Good day, good evening, my brothers and sisters. It's Dr. K speaking. Today is another wonderful day. I thank God for this opportunity once more. Wow, this is a journey of divorce. Today is day 15th of our journey of divorce. Today we'll be talking about materialism addiction and how the role it plays in divorce. This is another topic that most of us do not understand. But I pray that today God with his wisdom will direct me, use me as a vessel, that the words that will come will not be on my own understanding, but will be directed by him, which I believe in. I want us to talk about materialism addiction. Sometimes there are some people that love to buy. Some of them, most of them, they call them shopaholics. They just like to shop. Some like goods of ostentation because they are markers, they just want to buy. They are addicted in such a way that they do not care about their financial situation. They just buy. Which is a very serious problem, especially when you're married. It's hard for your partner to accept it because it's also difficult for the partner. Materialism addiction can actually lead to a breakdown, divorce, complete breakdown of marriage. Sometimes the people do not even understand. You tell somebody that is addicted, remember, when it's an addiction, people don't always accept that it's an addiction. They don't know. And these are hidden addictions found in marriages, found in relationships, that sometimes we don't know. And it leads to separation. It leads to divorce. But sometimes when you ask them why do they divorce, they will cite different things. But they fail to understand that somebody is addicted. You said, my husband is a spendthrift. My wife is a spendthrift. You see it as they just want to spend money. But you don't see it as a problem. That's why sometimes you need an expert. You need a therapist like myself. Present your matter to them. And they might make you to understand that what you are dealing with is not as easy as you think. Your partner will have that understanding if he knows that this is a particular, this is something like an illness that needs to be cured. But sometimes we just feel this person he just wants to buy. He wants to show off. But sometimes it can start as if one person is showing off. But it will end up to be an addiction. It starts as if you want people to see that you are somebody. But they end up being an addiction. You see, addiction is a gradual process. It's just like those who are smokers. They are addicted to cigarette, or they are addicted to alcohol, or illicit drugs. It starts with just a simple consumption. So sometimes this affects our homes. Now, to get a big picture and clarity for this thing, I'll bring a case in question that I tackled. I always like to bring cases that I've dealt with as an example so that we learn. Looking at it in that particular perspective, you see yourself inside. I want, when I'm speaking, people see themselves inside the situation so that it will help us. Claire, you're welcome. Ruka, you're welcome. My wife, you're always present. Thank you. You see, I had a particular case that a lady contacted me and was complaining bitterly that the husband has left her. The man was physically present in the house, but emotionally absent. In fact, the man has gone into the state of being quiet. He doesn't say anything anymore. Goes to work and come back and does his things. The lady could not take it. So she booked a session and I asked her, what have you come to do? She said, her marriage is on fire. The first question I asked, do you love your husband? She said, yes. What do you think is the problem? The thing is, she said, I don't know. My husband has gone mute. We don't say anything anymore. Nothing is moving. I don't know what to do. I'm just confused. I said, okay. In that case, I need to talk to your husband. I have to find a means to get to your husband. So, to cut the whole process short, I had a session with the husband. And I told the husband that your wife came to me and told me that nothing is moving in your home. And that she doesn't even understand what is happening. Now, the husband said, she came and told you that. I said, yes. Then I asked him, do you love your wife? He said, of course I do. I said, then why are you silent? You are the man. You are supposed to talk. He said, I've addressed this issue a lot, but my woman don't want to understand. I said, what issue? He said, look, we are running out of finance. I don't even know what my wife does with her own income. Even the one that we keep together, even mine. No matter the amount of money that I give to her, she will take it and she will only go to shops. Every day she's buying one designer from another designer. I'm confused. I don't know what to do. I've talked until she don't want to listen. I'm confused. So I'm thinking that very soon I'll just leave her because I can't continue like this. There's no investment that I can do. Every single thing is down. And we have 3 children. She seemed not to understand. So I don't know what to do. Every minute she's in the shop. I said, okay. I asked the man, can you please tell me a little bit about the background of your wife? I need to know. He said, I said, where did you meet your wife? And what is her background? So he said he met the wife when he traveled to Africa. And he went to where they used to stay and he saw this beautiful girl. But their family was very poor. The father had nothing. In fact, it is a village that contributed for them to give them a small plot. So when she goes to school, her uniform and everything, it was like, I just knew that she has nothing. So I saw her and I liked her. From that moment, I decided to take care of her. In fact, in her class, she was like the laughing stock in the class because she cannot wear any dress that she wears or shoes or and she has nothing. So people always laugh at her. So that is the actual picture that I'll tell you now. But you see, I stepped in. I did everything for her. By the grace of God, we are together and we are abroad. I don't have problem with her. She is not that type that would disrespect me. No. She's a wonderful wife. But she has this problem, so I don't know what to do. I said, okay, let me call your wife. I told her I'll call her today. I want your wife to come. So I called the wife. She joined us. Immediately she came. She saw the husband. She was afraid. She trembled. I said, no, sit down. It's okay. I said, okay. I said, sir, tell her what you told me. Why are you angry with her? Because she has no idea. She told her about her spending rate. He told her about every situation, how the finances are going down. There's nothing he can do anymore. It's really hard on the family, but she seems not to realize. You see, the lady did not still understand that she's going through something. She said it's just money, but we are working and working. What's your problem? We have for the children, there's money. Government also pay, give them some allowances that you can use for the children. What's the problem? Then I stepped in. I asked the wife, I said, Madam, okay, you've heard him. Let me ask you something. Where did you come from? Have you tried to look at your background? He said, I don't want to go there. That's why I'm working extremely hard. I'm doing everything to make sure I have money so that I will not be back in that situation. I said, but unfortunately, that is where you are heading to. He said, what do I mean? I said, yes, that's where you are heading to. I said, let me tell you something. You are doing all these things because you want to show off, throw force. She said, yes. She said, I need to go when we have a class meeting. I must attend. And when I attend, everybody should understand that I'm not that type of person that I used to be. So because of that, I must wear expensive things. My classmates should understand that they used to bully me, they used to call me names, but now like that, they cannot call me these names. So I must do these things. My husband needs to understand where I'm coming from. That I must be that way. I must do these things. I said, okay. That's how you feel, right? I said, but do you know that it's an addiction problem? You are now addicted to buying. You are now addicted to these things. Have you thought about your future? Because you are doing these things every moment. Look about your husband. You are about to lose your marriage because of this. What do you think about it? She said, how? I said, okay, let me explain. I said, you see, your friends, your classmates, they are already envious of you. That's what you don't know. All of them, they knew where you came from. They knew that you had nothing. So, according to them, when they were in class, you end up with nothing. You are supposed to end up with nothing. But God has blessed you. You've gone to school, gone to university, you have degrees, now you have a master's degree. You are doing well for yourself. You have a very good job. What do you think? They have seen your accomplishment. You have worked hard. That is what you are supposed to prove to them. And you've done that. So now, they are already afraid of you. They already respect you. But what do? You are looking at these things that you buy, what you wear. They don't see that. Because already, they are envious of you now. Look at your position. Look at where you are. So, you see, what you don't know is this. You are ruining yourself. If something happens to your man today, you have 3 children, what would you do with this lifestyle? If all of a sudden something happened in your job site and everything goes down, or God forbid you had an accident, you had something serious, where would you be? You see, forget about this outside pressure. You don't have it anymore. Concentrate on yourself. People already envy you. All your classmates, they envy you. If you like, go out there. Just give me a try. Next session, next meeting that you people have, just go simple. And you see if they will not respect you. That respect will still be there, irrespective of what you put on. You are supposed to think about your husband and your children. That's the most important thing now, not what people will say. You've gone past that. You should be thanking God for that. You see, as soon as I said these things, she asked me that, said, so you mean they already respect me? You mean this is how it is? I say, yes. What do you think? What do you think? Are you the one calling them now? Are they not the one calling you? In your class group, don't you have a position there? She said, yes. I'm the financial secretary. And I used to be the president, but my mandate finished. I said, okay. But this is you, the same you, that you had nothing, and they decided to make you their president. After the president, now they are giving you another position, financial secretary. And what do you think? Is it not out of respect? Because they know what you've become. You're an accountant, for God's sake. A big one at that. So what are you doing? Why you want to destroy your home? You see, it changed the lady, and she started crying. The husband held her. She knelt down and was telling the husband that she's very sorry. She was ignorant of these things. She did not even look, because the husband opened their account. Say, look at your account. You just go and you buy. Now, this is what just came. This is the bank slip for this month. Look at the things I ordered online. Look at how much we have. Because you just do it, you don't even know, you don't even realize. So when a credit card comes, what happens? When you have your paycheck, within a month, they cut up everything. That is when she realized that what she was doing was wrong. Remember, she came laying complaint about the husband. She never knew that the problem is, she is the problem. But after all these things, she discovered that she is the problem. It had nothing to do with the husband. Sometimes when you are ignorant of something, things happen. And if you don't seek advice, professional advice, sometimes we miss it. Sometimes you separate with your spouse for little things that you would have solved, but because you were not aware of it, you had no awareness about it, you let it go. Sometimes you think that it is your partner that has the problem, but you are the one with the problem. That's how it worked. She knew that every problem was a partner. She never understood that it is her. We have this issue in our society a lot. You want to meet up with the society. Because my friend has done this. Because my classmates have done this. Because this one is in this position. You want to put up yourself in that direction. Most often, it's not even the marks that you buy. It's not about that. It is about your body, knowing your body, knowing what to wear. Sometimes these expensive marks, especially with men, it's inside. The fitting matters. You can buy clothes from anywhere, but know your body. Provided that handbag is leather, you don't have any issue. The Louis Vuitton or whatsoever or any of those big marks, they are there. It's just the symbol. But the quality, you can have another newcomer into the market with a very good quality, with a very good style, and you hold it, it looks good on you. People admire you. You'll be classic. We should be able to understand these things and work on ourselves. You see, financial issues are very hard to talk about, especially when it comes to relationship. Might be because of our culture. Back home, we don't talk. A woman finds it hard to talk about it. And there's this tendency when you have issues. Sometimes we are going to church, we meet priests, we meet pastors, we ask them for counseling. But there are areas that they can't counsel you. And might be it's not their profession. There are directions that they might not know, they might not understand. Yes, they have the whole concept that God has given them. But to understand somebody, you need to understand a lot more than that. Sometimes they'll just give you the biblical advice that stands on top of it, the moral advice that is there. But can they talk detailedly about finance? Can they talk detailedly about romance? About affection? Can they give you detail concerning that? Sometimes you go there with your problems when it's sex related, financial or cultural related issues. They are not versed with that. But all what they will tell you is this woman is nagging. This man doesn't stay at home anymore. They look at it at that standpoint. But something triggered that. We should learn to meet therapists, counselors, family therapists, or what have you. Book a session. You never know. It's very important. This is an awareness for us to understand. As we go every day, we'll be talking. You'll learn from some of these counseling sessions that I've had. I always take permission from them that I should tell their story. Of course, there are no names involved in it. But I just want people to be aware that these things do happen. It can be this case was a woman. The case can still be a man. I've had cases with a man. So it is not gender related. There's no gender bias in this. It can happen to a man, it can happen to a woman. The only difference is that when it comes to women, when it comes to buying and all those things, women are into it more than men. So I just want us to think about this. Even if you are not married, in your own self, your own personal life, you are single, yes. You might still be having financial issues. You have a child, single mothers. You can even be having issues. Meanwhile, the issues that you have is because you are buying. You forgot you are buying. You don't only buy for yourself, you buy for your children. Because when it comes to women, it's not only them. They buy it themselves, they buy for the children. In fact, buying everywhere. Today, I just hope I did not come to confuse you more, but to put clarity and understanding on a subject matter that is eating our homes, eating our society, but we do not have that awareness. Once more, thanks for watching. Tomorrow is another day, day 16. I'll end at 21. That is my gift for the year, at the end of the year. I choose a topic every end of the year and talk about it for 21 days. Go back, go from day one, watch it each time you have. And go to my YouTube. There are other informations there. Subscribe. Don't fail to do that. You'll be blessed. What else can you bless me with apart from doing that? Thank you once more. Ruka, you are always there. Thank you. Claire, you are always there too. I've seen you a couple of times. May God bless you. May God bless everybody. Thank you very much. See you guys tomorrow. Amen.